The SWAC preseason polls got these teams up in arms right now. I mean, you got teams talking so crazy out the side of their neck, boy. They trying to let everybody know, hey, look, where you got us ranked at right now, we're not going to be ranked there in the end because we're coming to show and prove and let you know that we're here to play some ball. Guys, I'm going to give you my recap of Prairie View State versus Texas Southern and let you know how that game went down, because when I tell you that thing was crazy, boy, it was like a tale of two halves between these two teams. But guys, before we get into that, first let me do what I always do, and I gotta say, welcome back to Tomorrow League Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are down below. Guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel is free. Just click that notification bell, guys, and also hit that. Make sure you comment on the videos. Like those videos, share those videos. Hey, guys, don't forget about all that stuff there, because we're trying to build the algorithm up on this channel, man, so we keep this thing pumping and jumping and let YouTube know that we got some things going on over here on this side. You feel me? So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into this thing right now. Texas Southern continue to find a way to dig themselves a hole in the first half. I mean, if it wasn't the fact that they was turning the ball over, they was continuously getting penalties that kept moving the ball the opposite direction. I mean, you're trying to go towards the end zone to score, but they kept pushing that ball back and back and back to where they have to go ahead and punt the ball, giving Prairie View State good field position. But guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dante Carter, number 99 for Prairie View State. When I tell you he was a man on a mission, letting you know that, hey, he wasn't playing no games with them boys out there. He let them know, hey, listen, you come up, hey, if you don't block me, I'm going to knock the garbage out your daggone quarterback, running back, and if his mama come out there, I'm going to drop her too. That's how serious he got out there tonight, guys. And not to mention, he had company coming along with him. He had Jesse Evans right there by his side, saying, come on, Jesse, let's get on in here and get some of this action here, man, and let's make this thing do what it do, and let them know, hey, look, y'all gonna have to figure out another way to get some points on the board against us, because it's not gonna happen this way. But guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. The quarterback for Prairie View State, number 2, TJ Starks, man, listen, this young man, he started off a little slow, and then he started getting a little comfortable in the pocket, you know, where he was able to make precise passes to his receivers, you know, timing. They was hitting a bunch of timing routes, getting everything together. They was moving the ball up and down the field. You had the running back that was out there running the ball, trying to get things in order. But, you know, when you get a little too comfortable, sometimes you tend to start to overthink, because they're starting to show you things, and then at the last minute, if you don't hit that pass at the proper moment, or you don't let that ball go at the proper time, guess what? That ball's getting picked off and go the other way. So, you know, Starks had a hard time. He had a rough time himself in the first half. He threw the ball 21 times, completing 10 for 151 yards, and he threw an interception himself when he tried to hit that double pump going down the sideline. The receiver was open, but like I said, he took his time and waited the last minute to let it go, and guess what? Daggone Texas Southern picked that ball off, and they was taking it back the other way. But I'm going to be real with you. Texas Southern, it was like they played a tale of two halves, because number 2, Devin Williams, their quarterback, like I say, he had a rough time out there on the field. I mean, he didn't even make it through the first half. It got so rough for him out there tonight. He threw the ball 11 times, completing 7 for 40 yards, and he had an interception as well. But it didn't, you know, the miscues that Prairie View had kind of helped Texas Southern stick around in the game, because they couldn't get things together themselves. I mean, you had the punter come out there. He shanked the punt off the side of his foot for like 10 yards, putting Texas Southern in position to score, only for them to have their field goal kick blocked. A minute and a half left to go in the second quarter. Thaddeus Payton came in, number 11 for Texas Southern, and he drove that team right down the field for them to go ahead and score a touchdown right before the half. But like I said before, this was a game of two halves. And when I say that, Texas Southern's defense came back out, and when I say they turned up, they turned up. All of that stretch plays and allowing the quarterback to get outside the pocket, it just wasn't happening. Like I said before, this was a tale of two halves. Thaddeus Payton came back out in the second half. He was a starting quarterback for Texas Southern in the second half, and he got that offense to clicking, getting them up and down the field the manner which they needed to. Guys, when I tell you, he brought them out on the field. They scored. They got another touchdown. They went up. They was up 14 points. They ended up getting a safety, guy. They ended up tackling Mosley in the end zone for a safety. The Panthers offense, like I said before, the Panthers offense slowed down the third quarter. Texas Southern held them to no points in the third quarter, keeping them from getting on the board after they had already went ahead and took the lead. They had Terose Conley, number 14, was the quarterback that came in for Starks, in which he threw the ball 20 times completing 10 for 77 yards, and he threw an interception as well when they were driving down the field to get themselves back in contention to go ahead and take the lead back. But Conley was able to finally pull the offense together in the fourth quarter, in which they were able to drive down the field and score the winning touchdown, because they were down to Texas Southern 19-13. That's right, guys. They scored 13 points in the first half, and after that, daggone Texas Southern, they just went on a run after they scored the 7 points. Matter of fact, they went 19 unanswered in the from the second quarter into the second half, leading into the fourth quarter. They went 19 unanswered, and Prairie View was able to come back and score a touchdown in the end for them to go ahead and win the game, 20-19. Prairie View plays next week. They playing against Grambling, who we already know Grambling a little pissed off with that loss that they just took to Jackson State. So we're going to see how that game go. They play on the 13th. And then you got Texas Southern, who doesn't play this week, but they'll play again on the 20th. And guys, all I want to know is, hey, let me know, what do you think about the teams here as far as with these daggone SWAC rankings that they gave them in the Western Conference? Prairie View is ranked number 3, and Texas Southern is ranked number 5. Do you think they will do better than those preseason rankings that they gave them, or do you think those preseason rankings are correct? Hey, leave me a comment below and let me know. But until next time, guys, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. That's right, subscribe. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below. And remember, guys, be the one and lead.